Hey guys, how's it going? Sorry I'm running a little late. So yeah, we'll be doing some more Ace Attorney. Alright, yep, so we're gonna be continuing on with some more. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so yeah, let's continue on as we go into case 3 of the first game. Hey Ingrid, how's it going? Trent, if you're still here, how you doing? So yeah. Right away, I've actually given a little playing through of investigations and I like it. Oh yeah. So, what do you do here at the studios? At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, in my younger days... No! You were a star? Only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, Gary. Whoa! This place has really gone downhill, you know. But 10 years ago, now that was a studio of dreams. Hammer was a big star back then, too. He was... Hammer? The victim, dummy! The evil magistrate! He's been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with. Can you tell me about Mr. Will Powers? He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. Literal ladies watching would lose their lunch. That's probably why he thought the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jack Hammer. We don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty. Powers? Of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job. What kind of person was Jack Hammer? Like, what kind of person? Oh, if only you knew. Jack Hammer will live on in many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in the Dynamite Samurai series. Did I, heard that? But there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got an unlucky break after that. Reduced to playing the villain of a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry. Mm-hmm. Why are you so certain Mr. Powers is the killer? I was standing right here yesterday, I was. I was here from 1 in the afternoon to 5 when they found the body. Now, the studio where the murder took place is to the left of here. So if you want to go to the studio, you have to pass by me. Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place. And that person was Mr. Powers? Yes, I saw him. But Mr. Powers said he was sleeping in his dressing room. Oh, I'm sure he would say that. But he was the only one that walked by. He's the killer. You can bet your biscuits on it. Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along. Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request. I thought you were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request, and maybe I'll let you send you in. This lady here thinks she owns this place, obviously. Oh, brother. Hello. How was the studio? They all think I did it, don't they? No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick? Right. Not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you? What? No! I'd never do that! Earlier you said you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch. Yes, like a baby. But the security lady says she saw you, Natalia. She said she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime. What? That's not possible! I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping. I promise. Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business, and I need to know. I need every advantage I can get. I know. I'm sorry, but I swear to you, on my mama's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me. What did she see? He didn't seem to be lying. About the security guard at the main gate to the studio. Oh, the security lady? She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking. Yes, actually, she said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask, or were her words, I believe. She sucks up all the bigwigs at the studio. But let her see you stumble once, and she'll never let up on you. She's got some nerve. You think you could write up a letter formally requesting us? Oh. That's very true, Ingrid. Of course! Powers give us a request. I just hope this will get me past that security lady. Ma'am, have a look at this. I have a letter request from Mr. Powers. Yes, I recognize the bold, childish scrawl. To think he would entrust his fate to use of such unreliable appearance. Really? Anyway, you may pass. But only left from here towards the studio. Not going to the right. That's the employee area. No one allowed inside, pal, were my instructions. The good detective told me himself. Hey, Nick! Huh? There were maps in the security guard station. Hey, not bad. Those are 50 cents a piece, thank you. Well, time to go, Nick. 50 cents. Aw, that's so sweet, Ingrid. Hey! Aren't you that murderer from the other day? Ah! It's that confused detective! Hey, pal, your prosecutor Edwards is all upset and it's all your fault! I saw him sipping tea and staring glumly out the window! So? Hey! If he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work! Detective? I think you hurt his feelings. Oh no, I'm sorry. Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. You're right, pal. It's all my fault. I can blame other people all I want, but I know the truth is in my heart. Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next gate. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here? Well, we're on this gate too, pal. Huh? Hey, you can't just go around saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait. I'd say he's a character, all right. I just love the writing in these games. So, how is your investigation going, detective? Well, hey, I can't tell you that, pal. Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions. All right, so, detective, mind if I take a look at what you've got? What I got? The autopsy report, the latest version, if you please. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal. Why was Mr. Powers arrested? Simple, pal. The murder took place right around in Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, time of death was 2:30. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30, and that person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal. You think I'm lying? Ask the security lady at the main gate. Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence. Thanks for cheering me up. Hey, Tavia. About the security lady. Oh, that sweet old lady? What a charmer. Huh? Are we talking about the same person? When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee. Remember what Powers said. She's a sucker for authority. She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence. What? What kind of evidence? Well, that, photo. The photo of the steel samurai heading towards the scene of the crime. What? Who took that? See the camera up there at that gate, pal? The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign? Yeah. Whenever someone walks by, that camera automatically snaps a photo of them. I'm doing good, Tavia. Oh, no! Nick, he has evidence. We're finished. Funny, if someone was hard-proof, he doesn't look too happy. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. Don't look so happy when you say that. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, ho, ho. We'd like to ask the employees here some questions. Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues I haven't already found. Ha 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 ha. I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves. Nick, let's go! We've got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check things out. The security lady's in the guard station stuffing her face with donuts. Alright, I guess all cops like their donuts. Yeah, and they're soft enough she doesn't need teeth to chew them. Hey, yo! Well, are you satisfied Powers guilty yet? She had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. I just realized I forgot something. Hey, there's a camera here. That's the security camera. It takes photos of people going to the studio. All you have to do is look at the data and you can see who went there. There's a number plate on the camera. That must be the camera ID number. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am? Oh, that. I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Oh, just to the left from here is the gate, the camera that took that photo. It's my job to check. Yeah, I'm pretty much giving her the granny goodness voice, in case you can tell. Check the photos every day, you see. This guard station is in the central position. No matter where you go, you pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1. The murder happened right around 2:30, see? The only one I seen go through here between 1 and 2:30 was Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him, too. If he's not the one who did it, I don't know who is. Maybe it was you? Yeah! Good one, Sonny. I think I was joking. Was the victim, Mr. Hammer, a popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was, past tense. Oh, yes, he was great as the bearded samurai. That too, yes. He shone and the brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate. It's a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him? About the security camera. Oh yes, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell you when someone walks through that gate, see? Then it snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes a picture, too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer over at the security guard station. I check them every day before going home, I do. Nick! This is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff! Hey, look! There's Power's dressing room! No one's here this soon, after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around! Sure. Power's dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping. Or at least, this is where he claims he was sleeping. No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they? Right. There's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth for his sake. This must be Power's bag. Hey, don't open that. Look, an employee card key. That must be Power's. It says Studio One. Let's take it, Nick. Borrow it. You mean borrow. Okay, so we got the card. So let's head back to Studio One. The entrance to Studio One. It's the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. I wonder if this card key we borrowed from the dressing room will work. It opened! All right, we're in! He's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. What is it? You're really quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape, it's so real. Well, the evil magistrate did die here, and the steel samurai killed him. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. Oh, and here's a writing gag! Look, a ladder! That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right, sorry. This girl is out there. Running gag! Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Wow, it's heavier than I thought. Hey, you, no touching. Oh, I'm sorry, my partner's kind of, you know. You know? No, I don't know. Who are you? Oh, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're in WP's people. WP. Oh, Will Powers. WP. I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit, but do what you can for WP, okay? He'd never hurt a fly, and he has to be innocent. And don't worry, leave it to us. Did you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studio isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our action sequences. Oh, I see. In the morning, we went through with the action sequences in the employees area. WP and Hammer were there, along with everyone else. The employee area, that's where Power's dressing room, the employee area, that's where Power's dressing room is, right? Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that. Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private. What kind of girl do you think I am? Oh, what kind? No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. Sure, sorry. So much for getting confirmation of Power's alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry, I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue, a lead. Well, I don't know about that, but that day, just afternoon, I sensed someone was here. You sensed? Yes, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe? No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. So you sensed that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio? Yes, I think. I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony. Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them. Let's go meet up with Old Bag. What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Me? All right, you better tell me and tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin! Someone's been complaining about the work I do, hey? Just talking to the assistant Studio 1. Her? She's not even a full-time employee! All of you youngins are like that. He left. Well, Nick, it's our chance to do what we can do without her looking over our shoulders. Nick, maybe we could see that photo of Powers with his computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Of course! Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick? Looks like I just have to enter a few numbers. Let's see. First, I need the date of the murder. Looks like the camera's turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1 p.m. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. There, entered. Hey, it printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? And Will Powers, well, he was the one who always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back. Huh? October 5th, 2 p.m., photo number 2? What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data on the computer. Nope, that's the only one in the computer. Hey, Nick! Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah? We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right, we'll put her in her place. Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I give you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So are we done for today? I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady. Nah. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show that in the court that at 2:30 p.m., October 5th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio One of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio. This here is the employee area. The actors did a once-through of their action scene during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studio. The security lady that works at the studio was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? That are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there was only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. And after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now, jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Did I listen to that whole thing again? Skip it. I think I could probably remember that. So, the murder weapon was a spear? How medieval. Your Honor, This case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name? My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please? Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please? Seems Edward has a bit of trouble getting his witness to say their name. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. So just call me Grandma. Even when I was young, it was Oldbag. Objection! Objection! I object to the witness talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, see, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to have passed by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. He sure is one hell of an old bag. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing a run through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock and 1 p.m. when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30, right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Objection! Let me get this straight, Allbag. Miss Allbag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo-All-Day Tokyo. Miss Allbag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course! Didn't your mama teach you any sense study? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't! Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean that Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai! I know that! I wasn't born yesterday! No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss... witness? He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Nosy old man! Of course I have proof! What? Huh? Even Edwards is surprised. The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you! Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Wow, Oldbag has left even Edward speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof then. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That old morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now, look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his legs, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
So he had sprained his ankle. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Gotta be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Whippersnapper! Hey, I haven't said anything yet. I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow. The up and up. Get used to it. Always whining about it. Pointing fingers at it. Mr. Wright, please, for all our sake, try not to upset the witness. I think Edward has messed his match. Who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai, and poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate. And me.
What exactly were you doing there?
Observing, just observing. And what about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such. She didn't see the run-through then. Trip and fall? And yes, as I say, he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh! So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course.
You helped make it better?
I kissed it where it hurt.
Let's just skip over that part, shall we?
But where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue your testimony. And he broke a prop? Sure did. His own samurai spear. His samurai spear?
The murder weapon?
Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it.
Duct tape fixes everything!
This strikes me as significant detail. I better write this down in the court record. Was Mr. Powers' ankle sprained badly? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Thus the nap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot.
Okay.
I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor?
Well, there is one thing that bothers me.
Which is?
Where is this Steel Samurai costume now?
Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes? And it's clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers.
I suppose that's right.
Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? What? Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that the photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers.
Defense has a point.
I also wonder if someone else not caught on the camera could have killed Mr. Hammer.
We have to consider that possibility as well.
Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. The time before Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw through the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be the Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Well, we already know that's not right, because this was the second photo.
Objection!
Hold on! Look at this photograph one more time!
This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct?
Yes, sirree, Sonny.
So, whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture.
And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground.
Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer negotiation records all security cam data.
Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening.
That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words, October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2.
Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny?
Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says, photo number 2!
Photo number 2?
The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this have been photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not 1 but 2 people went by the studio that day. Yet there's only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself!
You watch your mouth. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers.
But the camera at the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help!
Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Somehow you are. You're a whippersnapper too.
A whippersnapper? Something the matter, Miss Oldbag?
That's right. I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai?
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
I see. Your testimony, please.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security camera and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Miss Oldbags, this is the first I've heard of this.
Well, of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it.
Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased?
A fanboy.
Fanboy?
Steel Samurai fanboy. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh nowhere. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they came in.
They came in through the drain?
I told you they were freaks. Oh, and? They're kids, children, whippersnappers.
Kids? So, on the photo that you erased,
it was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
What? Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade.
Oh, yes. Well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him. Can't catch him.
Boy in the 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I'd say. It's quite heavy.
Right. As I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him.
The court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time.
Mr. Powers?
Yes?
Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio?
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping. Honest.
So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me?
It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick! What are we gonna do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right! And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we could get another day. Right! But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go.
What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edwards, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter?
The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studio was a boy, roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there's still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts?
The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime.
Order! Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously
innocent,
you will be penalized.
Right. Great. As if the stakes weren't high enough.
So, who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder?
It was the security lady, Wendy Allbag. The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about the morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Allbag.
What? Whippersnapper! Order! Order! Is this true, Allbag?
Allbag? That's Miss Allbag to you! Miss Allbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her boat to steal the Steel Samurai costume. Then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder.
Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume?
Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in this costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers.
I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright.
Oh yeah, right there.
Sherlock Holmes 2, baby.
Huh? That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edwards pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence?
Well, Mr. Edwards, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter?
The prosecution has no meaningful objection at this time.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there. Do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this all the way. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Power the subject in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Allbag's action on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Miss Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too.
Indeed.
That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute! What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy! The one whose photo I erased!
He's only a grade schooler, though, as you said. Second or third grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could fit my old man in 10-second stops!
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
That boy is not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure?
Or is it to be nice to the kids and me to your Elder's Day?
Whippersnapper!
I have proof.
Proof? Indeed? Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed it? Well, yeah.
The scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a card key to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a card key?
I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this?
Windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first.
Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy. What was her name?
Something old bag, Your Honor.
Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. Wait a second! I'm not going to just sit here while you want to barking up the wrong tree! Me! I'm talking!
Great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk.
Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
Not to talk about?
By whom? Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk?
Well, testify.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studio that day. But if you're going to accuse me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free!
Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Who were these people?
Well, the director and the producer, for starters.
The director?
We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scenes without a director?
Of course.
Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that.
Where?
Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer.
The Studio 2? There was a Studio 2?
Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over?
Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination?
I think I've already asked all my questions, but... Your Honor, we have learned there were others at the Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and, some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers.
The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of.
I understand, Your Honor.
This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Aw, really, it's nothing. Or should I say,
But we will be going down to the studio to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that steel samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers?
I don't think it was her. Really?
Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there. Whistle without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studio. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon.
Thanks. Thanks, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna be right back in a few minutes, guys. I will be right back.
I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry about that.
Probably lost everyone, I bet.
I probably lost everyone, I'm betting. But I had a big meeting I had to go to, an important one. So sorry about that. Went longer than I thought. So yeah, let's get back to everything. And this is no time for relaxing, Nick. Say, you think WP's got a chance? I guess that really depends on the people who found out about today's trial. The director and the producer. Yeah, them. Well, what are we doing here then? Let's go to the studios.
What do you think we should do?
What do I do? Huh? Why don't we do what you just said? We gotta get the scoop on the director and the producer.
Oh, right. And there's no point hanging out here.
That's what I've been saying! Let's go to the studio pronto! Hey, Ingrid, yep. Sorry about that. I had a meeting I had to do. We don't have enough information to make a case yet. That's exactly the same thing you said yesterday. Just admit it. You don't have a clue what happened. There's not enough information.
Oh, Mr. Wright, thank you for earlier.
Not at all. We got lucky, to tell the truth. You can say that again. Let's not. So, WP, do you have any leads that might get us going in the right direction?
Sorry, but no.
Be sure to tell us anything that comes to mind, no matter how small. We can't rely on getting lucky again tomorrow.
Yes.
Do fanboys sneak into the studio often?
No, not that I know of. That security lady's pretty strict with them.
But in today's testimony, did you say they were often hanging around?
The kids really, really love the Steel Samurai. They sneak past when she's not looking, I guess.
Was the director present at the morning run-through?
Yes, he was. He was directing how the Steel Samurai to Evil Magistrate's move.
Why didn't you tell us that before?
Well, just the studio asked us to keep quiet.
That has nothing to do with this! I hate to repeat myself, but Nick here's a newbie lawyer, fresh off the bar. When he loses, he's gonna lose big!
I see.
Whose side is she on? And you weren't hiding anything else from us, were you?
No, I sure hope not.
Regarding this photograph,
Yes?
this really, truly, absolutely isn't you, right?
Right. I was sleeping in my dressing room the whole time. Honest.
But who else could have worn it? Your costume was in your dressing room?
Yes. I guess they snuck it and took it while I was asleep.
But who? No one's here. Right. Now they have Miss Oldbag in custody. I guess they don't have anyone else to replace her. Hey! In the guard station, look! She left her donuts! What? I wasn't gonna eat them. Let's go to the employee area. Look! It's the assistant girl! Hey! Hey, WP's lawyers, right? I heard about the trial. Great job, guys! Oh? Oh, don't mention it. Is it true they got the security lady? Oh. Actually, she just called me. She told me to cover up that drain. You mean that one?
Wow, what a mess.
I know. I'm not so good with handiwork. I'm assistant, right? Yeah, but you do work on the props and the backdrops, right? Right? Just Lots of times they end up looking worse than they did before I fixed them. Well, I'm sure these things happen. Nothing to worry yourself about. You're right, I won't. Personally, I think she should worry at least a little bit more. If you excuse me, I have to go to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in for Miss Oldbag. Right, see you later then. Good luck with your investigation. So the fanboy they were talking about in the trial, he came through that drain. So it seems. I guess they covered it up in a hurry. Hey, Nick. If that drain's covered, the boy won't be able to get in. Yeah, I think that was the idea. I feel kind sorry for him, though, don't you? What? You want to rip the grate off? Really, Nick? We can? Whoa, she's serious. Uh-oh. Well, I guess some things are just made to be broken. Yay! You know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes. Sometimes. Hiya! There! That should make the kids happy. Things we do. Oh, hello. Oh, you look a little out of place. It's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my camel vest might do the trick. Kind of an alternative guard fashion thing. So, how are the studios doing? There's police wandering around everywhere. It's terrible. They won't even let me clean up. Don't want me disturbing evidence, disrupting. And you even cleaned up our lunch plates from the day of the murder. You mean those plates with the steak bones left over on them in the employees' room? Yeah, can you believe it? Do kids sneak in there here a lot? Well, I don't think there's that many of them, but I do see one in particular a bunch. She's always gawking at the sets and snapping photo pictures. You should see old Windbag's eyes flash when she sees him. She has a bit of trouble catching him, though. I heard something about the trial at the trial day. They said that the director and producer were here the day of the murder. Oh, sorry. I was in the prop storage room, so I didn't see them. I guess they were here, though. The studio head seems pretty eager to keep us quiet. So they were trying to protect the director? More the producer, really. The producer's our real star here. She saved these studios from the brink of disaster and kept them running. I don't think we'd still be in business if it weren't for that producer. Producer, huh? The remains of the other day's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone steak on the plates, minus the steak. No clues here. WTF? Who are you and you dudes, LMAO? What? Wait, you first! Who are you? You look pretty suspicious to me. Whatever, Ravens. How can you not know the great Salmonella? Salmonella! Salmonella! I make the elite show, the Steel Samurai. My RTFC. Read the film credits. But really? You're the Salmonella? I'm so sorry. You look so sorry. No, quite all right, really. It's fine. Roll over, happy laughing. What is it? You know, a closer inspection. Yeah. Hot. Hey, do you do a lot of cosplay? Cause that costume rocks. Wait, rock stars? What? Hey, you're drooling. Huh? Law, buffer override. You've triggered my creative powers. Yes, it's coming to me. Pink princess.
the sequel to the Steel Samurai, Pink Princess, Warrior of little old day Tokyo. And Raffle LMAO. Pink Princess? Why is it gonna be Little Old Tokyo? Why can't it have a cool name like Neo Old Day Tokyo? Maya, we really need to talk about cool. Did you notice anything unusual on the day of the murder? Ooh, I know who you dudes are. That security lady told you about us, eh? That's right. It was a pretty regular day. We had a run-through for an action scene in the morning. Then a meeting from lunchtime at Studio 2 trailer. I was so busy I didn't even get a chance to eat lunch. A T-bone steak, was it? Yeah, suckers! I hate missing out on food. Nick, what does sucksores mean? No idea. Anyway, I was at a meeting from noon until after 4 with the producer and some bigwigs from the network. Mr. Hammer's time of death was estimated at 2:30. If he's telling the truth, that meeting gives him an alibi. About the producer who was at the meeting with you. Oh, you mean the Vasquez? She's a genius. Mad skills all the way. Scary, though. She brought these studios back from the brink of destruction. She's the one who made it possible for me to make the Steel Samurai. You had a meeting with her on the day of the murder, right? Yeah, we were together from noon to 4 the whole time. Who exactly are these bigwig people and these bigwigs people keep mentioning? Oh, the boss over at the network and some sponsors. Also a few production guys. They followed into a limousine and got here right around noon. Major tensions. And were all of them with you the entire time? Yeah, unfortunately. They're all gray-haired geezers. Sounds like they'd all be reliable witnesses. Hey Nick, looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. You're right. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after the commotion of today's trial. So Nick, remember that Studio 2 we heard about the trial today? It was down that pass with the fallen tree, right? Yeah, I think that it was. Maybe the director and the rest of them are there today. Now's our chance, Nick. Let's check it out. This place is deserted. Nick! Nick, what was that noise? It sounded like it came from inside the trailer. Someone must be inside. Hello? No answer. Pretty suspicious if you ask me, Nick. Let's go in. I'm not sure we should be barging in. Huh? It's locked. What? Don't we have a key? No, but there's probably one in the guard station at the main gate. Then what do we wait for? Let's borrow it. If they'll let us. Aha! You again! Eek! How rude, acting like you've seen a ghost! You certainly got back to your post quite quickly. Oh, the police took me away, they did. They pulled out a spare Steel Samurai costume. Told me to put it on. Can you imagine? How could I, sweet little old lady, wear a giant suit like that? Mr. Powers is pretty tall. As soon as they saw there was no way I could have wear it, they let me go. I guess that would rule out her being the murderer. Anyway, know this, whippersnappers! This old lady never forgets a slight or insult, and you won't get any information out of me. My lips are sealed. You sure are talking a lot for someone with sealed lips. Starting now! 1, 2, 3. This lady's too much.
Hey! Hey, wait! I'll bet he came right in through the drain. Hey, kiddo. What's your name, sport? I'm not a kid, so don't talk to me like that. Uh-huh? But you are a kid. What a rude little brat. That's no way to talk to an adult. I don't see no adults here. Hippie fashion chick. Hippie fashion? Nick, I think I'm being mocked. You gotta hand it to Maya. He's pretty sharp and pretty mad. I'm Cody Hackins. Call me kiddo again, and I'll cut you down where you stand, evildoer. So you're a fan of Steel Samurai. How dare you utter that name, evildoer? What do you mean? We're on the Steel Samurai side. Ha 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 ha! You can't fool me! Okay, then what's the last line said by the innkeeper in episode 8? Ha! Easy! Like some fries with that? Not bad, kiddo. Watch it! What are they doing? Hey, you heard anything about the incident the other day? You were here, weren't you? Did you see anything? He always, the Steel Samurai always wins! Always! Yeah, I saw him! I saw everything! What? But no way, I'm telling you, losers! What? Wait! Let me go! He's gone! Huh. Something fell off the table when he bumped it on his way out. A bottle? Why was this sitting out there, I wonder? Empty bottle slipped in the pocket. He saw everything. Where's that old windbag? I'd have heard to lead to her post. Hey! Nick, that was her! Stop! Whippersnapper! Yeah, sounds like she's chasing after that boy. Natch! Uh-oh, she tripped. Maya sure looks happy. Hey, Nick! Now's our chance! Let's head over to the guard station. Good idea. Oh, this is it, Nick. The trailer key. The key to that trailer in Studio 2. We'll be borrowing this, right, Nick? I wonder if the key we borrowed would work. It opened! Great! Let's go, Nick! He seems eager all of a sudden. Well, you first, Nick! Ah, not that eager. Eek! Someone's in here! Names? Our names? We're WB's lawyers, and, I see. And who might you? The Vasquez, the producer. The Vasquez? She's quite beautiful. Another old movie poster. The Singing Samurai, starring Jack Hammer. What the hell does Samurai sing about? Chopping off heads? Oh my God! That movie was the best! It's about a samurai who sings his way to fame and fortune! Mr. Hammer was a very accomplished singer, you know. In Samurai stars. What's next? Ninja Ballet? Samurai Summer, starring Jack Hammer. This poster is quite old. Wow, it's been years since I saw that show. It was one of those typical summer romance stories, but it was great. A typical summer romance with a samurai on a horse? An old movie poster. Dynamite Samurai, starring Jack Hammer. I guess Mr. Hammer used to be quite the star. I was wondering if you could tell me about the day of the murder.
Miss Vasquez? Script. Excuse me? Script. I'm looking for a script. A script? The Steel Samurai, episode 13. I need it. Can we ask you a bit about the day of the murder? I need to read it. We're getting nowhere fast. We'd really like to ask you about the Steel Samurai. Ms. Vasquez, it's on TV. Every week. That's all I have to say about that. Nick, she's telling us to go watch TV. The nerve of her! Hey, don't get mad at me. About the director. Salmonella, was it? What exactly is his role here? Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. I'm looking for a script. I can't be bothered with anything else. Nick? Are all people in the entertainment this weird? It's starting to look like that. Nick, let's get out of here. Isn't there someplace else we have to check? Yeah. Wait. Yes? If you see Manila, give him this. Why do we have to do your errands? I don't think I like her. Don't cry. She'll take it as a sign of weakness. All right, we'll give it to him if we see him. And there's one downside with this game, it's the backtracking. The backtracking can be really tedious. Here, I got this from the producer. Read me the script for episode 13. Episode 13. Where did I put that one? I must have left it somewhere. Uh-oh. My ass is pwned if I don't find it. Nick, it might be quicker to just look at all the places where he's likely to have been. I agree. Ingrid, would you agree with that, though, that the backtracking is probably the most annoying part of the game? We're back at the scene of the crime. Let's find what we need and get out of here, Nick. And quick, Nick. Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. The director. Hey, Maya, take a look around the chair for me, would you? Remember that script the director was talking about? Didn't he say he left it somewhere? Aha! Found it, Nick. The script. Good work. Oh yeah, that too. Here, we found it. Your script. Script that, you're not gonna talk to us? Quiet. I'm reading. Just you hold on. What's the big deal? Who do you think you are? And who do you even know? And do you even know who we are? Howard's lawyer. Right. Am I a suspect? No, it's just, well, no, but you wanted to know about the day of the murder. Yes, anything you could tell us will be a big help. You know where there was a meeting here at noon? Yes, with the director and the people from the network. Correct. Now listen closely. None of the people in this trailer that afternoon went to Studio One. It was impossible for us to leave. Impossible? Why? The path was blocked. The path? On the day of the murder, the path that leads here was blocked? You saw Mr. Monkey on the way here, correct? Mr. Monkey? The monkey with the broken head? Oh, right, that. What an original name. The head fell over in the wind on the day of the murder. They didn't start moving the head away until after 3. It was after 4 by the time it capiche. Everyone in this trailer was stuck here until the path was cleared. I'm stuck in this trailer, stuck until after 4. Hammer died at 2:30, thus none of us could have gone to the studio 1. What? It's true. A crane came just after 3 to move the head. We called some people to clear the way. I'm sure they'd corroborate my story. But wait! What if the head fell after 2:30? Then you could have gone to the studio 1. 2:30, the time of death. Very well. Come. That's Mr. Monkey. When it wasn't broken, it announced the time in ooks. 1 ook per hour. Ook, 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 ook. Always with the ooking. It is a monkey after all. Check its head. The clock inside stopped when it broke. Nick, it stopped at 2:15. 2:15? That's right. This path was blocked from 2:15 till after 4. Therefore, we are innocent. Mr. Hammer died in the studio at 2:30. See? Goodbye. What do we do, Nick? There isn't anyone besides WB who could have killed Hammer. It's over. We're finished. Sure doesn't look good. Guess we should head back to the office and plan our strategy. Now what? We're fresh out of clues. Everyone's alibi is watertight. We don't even have any promising leads. Things are looking pretty grim. It's a little early to give up, don't you think? Huh? You've got one lead. Mia! It's you! What took you so long? Sorry, Phoenix. Maya has trouble in calling me unless she's really in trouble. Right. Oh, wait. Guess that means we're really in trouble. I'd say so. And what did you mean we have one lead? The boy, of course. Yeah, I saw them. I saw everything. What? But no way am I telling you, losers. I don't know. He didn't sound like he was going to help us at all. I'm sure you could find some way of bringing him over to your side. Either way, we should go back to the studio. That boy is our last hope, Phoenix. Thanks. Now I'm more worried than I was before. So what's the best thing to do from here? We need to go to the studio and talk to that boy. So, do you have any ideas about who might have done this? We don't have enough information to make a case yet. Where have I heard that phrase before? Well, that's where Maya got it from. What's wrong? Whippersnapper! He's been chasing that boy this whole time. When I catch him, sounds like she hasn't had any good luck catching him. I got a hostage now, whippersnapper! A hostage? What happened to the boy? If I see him again, I'll lay him flat! My, what a violent old lady. Actually, I met with the director just now. Eh? My heart, I don't feel so good. Is she okay? But before I go, I'd like to visit the place where poor Hammer died. Right, she was saying she wanted to visit the studio and where he died. What's this about a hostage? When that boy was running away, he dropped this and ran. He'll come back. For this one, it's kind of hard to understand her with all that huffing and puffing.
Phoenix, that hostage might be what we need. Cody might talk to us if we give that to him. Good idea. Miss Oldbag, might I?
No! I'm catching that for the last thing I do!
Phoenix, do you have anything you might trade with her? Trade? I wonder.
Hey, that's a card! Studio One!
Right, a card key to Studio One.
I could visit poor Hammer. I'd like to visit. He died. I was his fan.
You don't have your own card, Miss Oldbag?
Studio One isn't my turf. You'll let me borrow it then.
If I give her the card key, then I won't be able to go into Studio One. Why don't you let her borrow it, Phoenix? I guess it can't hurt. Here you go, Miss Oldbag.
Listen to me, Sonny. I don't like having debts to no whippersnappers. You take this and we're even. Deal?
What's this? Steel Samurai trading card?
That sneaky kid dropped it. I figured it's pretty important to him, though.
Thank you. I may have a use for this. This must be the hostage she was talking about.
Right. I'm off.
There she goes, hobbling off towards the studio. Hey! Hey, you! Wait a second! Phoenix, was that the boy? Yeah, his name's Cody Hackins. I think he ran into the dressing room. He's sure to be in here somewhere. Found you! Damn it! He's getting away! Come back! There, he's back. How did she... Hey there, would you mind helping us out? Please? I'm Cody. Hello, Cody. I'm Mia. Mia Faye. Nice to meet you.
Yo!
And I'm Phoenix Wright.
Who asked?
Phoenix, you can take it from here. I'm not so sure I'm qualified. Steel Samurai so cool. I think he's, the bomb. Huh, what would a lamer like you know about the Steel Samurai? Hey, watch that attitude. Phoenix, you really shouldn't yell like that. He's only a kid. Yeah, don't yell like that. I'm only a kid. So, do you know anything about what happened here? Could you tell me, please? I don't know nothing. Looks like a little persuasion's necessary. Maybe a bribe. Cody, this look familiar?
Hey, my you are!
You are, huh?
You are, ultra rare. That card's really hard to get.
Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. I'll give you this if you help me.
But that's my card. By offering me something I already own, you're in effect eschewing the very basis of our consumer society, namely the principle of fair trade.
Man, for
a grown-up, you sure are dumb. What do they teach these kids in school these days? Quantum physics? Whatever, I don't need that card.
Huh?
I got a double. Just keep it. It's yours.
What? After I went through all that trouble?
If you want to trade, find me a really rare card.
Really rare? You mean something that's rarer than ultra rare?
Ultra rare premium cards are way rarer than plain ultra rare cards. Come on! Man, for grown-ups, you sure are dumb.
Premium rare? Why do I have a feeling like we're talking about steaks?
Oh, hi.
Hello, what brings you here?
Oh, well, I had to arrange some stuff.
Yes?
The, girl was you. Doesn't she seem a little different? Like, is she even the same person as before?
Nope. She's the same as always.
Same as always. Okay,
Whatever you say. Have you seen that boy since then? Nope. You missed it, though. The security lady was chasing around after the boy so fast I thought she'd collapse. Of course, he got away in the end. Boy, was she mad. Actually, we saw them. How's the old windbag doing? She was squeezing donuts through her clenched fist back at the guard station. Some people take their job a little too seriously. Are all the posters on the wall here of Hammer? Yes, it's a really terrible loss for the studio, but his popularity has been waning recently, right? That's true. Then again, after what happened... After what happened? You mean you don't know about Hammer? No, what? No. What? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. Wait, now you have to tell me. What happened with Hammer? I'm sorry. I'm probably not the one who should tell you. Uh-oh. Why do I get the feeling something's being covered up here? Do you know anything about this? Hey, that's a Steel Samurai trading card. I collect those, actually. I'm one card away from a complete set. A complete set? Yeah, a set of one of each card. Huh. Wait.
Wait! That's it! That's the card I need! You know how long I've been looking for it!
I don't care what kind of girl you might think I am.
I need that card! Please, I beg you, please trade with me!
Trade with you?
Yes, trade cards! Look, I'll even trade you an ultra rare premium card!
Trade me a... Huh?
Yes, it's a good deal for your ultra rare! Please!
Phoenix, can't you see she's desperate? What's everything going excited for about? Okay.
Really? Thanks! Then this is for you!
URP card.
Yahoo!
And there she goes. Doesn't doing good things like that make you feel great? Yeah, it does. Okay, let's go and trade it with that kid. See this card?
Yeah, so, wait, that's it! That's the last ultra rare premium card I need! Come on, give it to me, please! You gotta give it to me!
Whoa, I've never seen him so eager. But right, okay, how about a trade?
You're on! I'll give you a samurai spear and throw in an evil magistrate to boot!
No, not that kind of trade. I don't want cards, I want information.
Huh, you sure? Fine by me!
Okay, Phoenix, let's hear what he has to say. If he knows something that could help us, we could have him take the stand tomorrow. So, you like the Steel Samurai?
He's so cool!
I guess.
You're judging him by his looks. You have to look at his actions and his life.
I'm being lectured on life by a grade schooler.
You like him too, don't ya?
Oh, me? Yeah, I love the Steel Samurai.
So tell me what your favorite thing about the Steel Samurai is.
Well, I've never seen a full episode of that dumb show. Actually, I'm kind of a fan of Will Powers.
Wow, that's totally hardcore.
You're calling me hardcore? So what else do you like about him? Don't tell me I have to keep this act up.
So tell me what's your favorite thing about the Steel Samurai.
Right, God. Really like his, kind nature. What a guy.
Totally. He looks so tough, but inside he's as gentle as a kitten.
Yeah.
So what else do you like about him?
Don't tell me I have to keep this up. You gotta think of something. I like it when he vanquishes his foes.
Yeah, with him! The Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Check this out. It's my fan album.
What the? It's all pictures of the Steel Samurai.
I go to every live performance.
Those stupid publicity stunts where they beat each other up in public.
I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow with him. I got them all. I never miss one. A perfect collection. Check it out, my new digital camera.
Wow, that's very impressive. The newest model, isn't it?
You bet, lady. I just got it for my birthday. My album has a name. Want to hear it? The Steel Samurai, Path to Glory. The Steel Samurai always win. Always!
Alright, and hey, if you want this, you can have it, lady. Really? Are you sure? Yeah, I took those indies with my digital camera. I got all the data at home, so can I always make another one? Well then, I'm happy to accept. Thank you. What's with people always giving stuff to Mia? What a life. You were here on the day of the incident, right? Yeah. Did you see anything unusual? Cody? Cody, he needs to know because he's fighting for justice. Isn't that the Steel Samurai's motto? For great justice? You have to help us fight for great justice too. I saw everything. Well, we might actually be getting some useful information out of him yet. Cody, I need to ask you something very important. What did you see on the day of the incident? I got here that day around 2 o'clock. I had to come into the woods out back so the old lady wouldn't see me. I got kind of lost though. I was in here for maybe half an hour or so. Then I finally got to the studio. After that... What is it, Cody? The Steel Samurai killed the bad guy. He used his samurai spear, just like always. One shot, one kill. It happened so fast, I got scared. I went home after that. I see. Must have been hard for you. Man, you say those nice things, but it's so obvious you aren't speaking from the heart. Right. Mia? Yes? I think we can say for sure this means the Steel Samurai did it. True enough. And the director has an alibi, so it wasn't him. Indeed. So, the only person left who could have done it is Will Powers. I have to admit, it's kind of a shock, but if you put this boy on the witness stand, your client will be guilty for sure. Let's not call him then. I think that would be wise. Best to leave this one alone.
Not so fast! Uh-oh, I heard everything! This boy here is a key witness, and he's under police protection starting now! Come on, son! You've got a rendezvous with me down at the precinct! No! I ain't going! Wah!
That didn't go so well. We're back to 0 leads, and now we have a serious handicap in court. What are we gonna do, Mia? Well, I really need to be going. Don't worry, Phoenix. I'm sure you'll be fine. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Come to the trial tomorrow, please! I need you there! Phoenix, can I ask you something? Do you really believe that Mr. Powers is innocent? Of course he is! That's all I wanted to hear. Excellent. I'll see you in court then. Great. Thanks, Mia. See you soon. Okay, and with that, I'm going to stop here for right now, but I will be back later tonight to continue. I've got a few errands to run. So I will be back later. So until then, I'll see you guys later. Take care.